Sharing. Yes, where were we yesterday? How much we have discussed?
CloudWatch till database, Ashok.
Okay. As we mentioned, there are three types of monitoring. Means the monitoring goes on. One is an application layer where we are working on the EC2 machine, EC2 monitoring. The second RDS, the DB layer, and the third web. Web is actually on the load balancers. Web is actually on the load balancer. If you have a load balancer, let's create one just to make sure that show you. Okay. If you go to create a, do not target to create something just to make sure. Create the load balancer. Now, if you go to the view load balancer, see there is another thing, monitoring. The same thing. See here we talked about the server regions, HTTP 5xx, HTTP 4xx. These are the things. HTTP 4xx, it's a client server error, means we are not able to access anything. HTTP 5xx, what exactly is the HTTP 5xx error? What exactly is HTTP 5xx error, guys? What we have discussed? Server side errors. Server side errors. HTTP 4xx means client server side. HTTP 5xx means server side errors. So this kind of monitoring you will be seeing on application load balance, means actually on the load balancers. Mainly these type of means we are actually using monitoring on AWS with three kinds. One is on the application layer, that is EC2, DB layer, that is RDS, web layer, that is elastic load balancer, means the load balancers which we are using. This is one kind of monitoring where you will be seeing the same things: HTTP 4xx, 5xx errors, 500 errors, what is 503, and there are 200xx also. Means if you when you send the request, if it is not getting perfectly fine or not, 200x, 2xs, processed bytes, capacitor. These are all the things you will be looking at the load balancer. This, as I said, three-tier architecture: application layer, DB layer, and web layer. Application layer, it is on EC2. Whatever we are monitoring, whatever we are looking, the monitoring is on application layer, means the EC2. Means the DB layer, whatever we want to monitor, whatever we want to do, that is RDS. The web, how much load is coming, how much which type of errors we are getting to monitor, that is web layer on load balancer. Any questions, guys?
Ashok, here the DB layer will be completely monitored by the AWS. Only the application layer and web layer will be done by us. Is it, Ashok?
Everything will be monitored by us only. DB layer means, I think you misunderstood. DB layer is that, see, CloudWatch by default gives you these default matrices. These default matrices means these default monitoring tools: target, response time, request, rule evaluation. The same thing it also gives for the RDS, also for the DB. But the only thing, the difference is that in RDS you can't have the OS, because you don't know what OS the AWS is using. So you can't log in into that machine. So that's the reason you will be checking whatever you want, the RAM and everything. So obviously AWS gives you all the things. Whatever you want to monitor, it's up to you. Means whatever the tools they have been, whatever the matrices they have given to you. Means here they have given like 15 or 20. So it's up to you whether what you want to monitor. What exactly you have to monitor means AWS means in the EC2 they are giving by default 12 matrices for you. 12, the server error, status check, and the network read write. They are giving all the default matrices. Means for all the monitoring, the application, DB, and the web, they are already giving you all the matrices. It's up to you what you want to monitor. It's up to you. If you want to have a custom, you can create your own custom matrices. It's up to you also. It is not that DB will perfectly maintained by RDS means AWS means yes, you can't log in. So suppose if EC2 is not working, if you get a monitoring saying that the status check, suppose the first status check has been failed. So what you want to do, you have to restart the EC2 machine because it will be launching on a different data center and or maybe in a different availability zone so that your EC2 can come up. But in case of RDS, you will not be, you will see that, okay, this is the issue. You will be informing the RDS team. They will be taking care of it. What needs to be done, whether they have to increase the size, whether they have to increase the RAM, it's with them. We just mentioned that, see, we got a monitor, we got an alarm. I will be talking about the alerting. So we got this alarm. So here the CPU usage of the DB is more than 50%. Could you please check what exactly is going on? They will check and let us know. It doesn't mean that they will be monitoring. We have to monitor and we have to inform them if you see any issues. And if you don't want to, means if the DB is perfectly maintained, in the alarm you can mention groups, how many people you want to notify. That one, that we will talk about it, that we will talk now. So do you have any doubts on the load balancer? Means whatever the monitorings we have discussed up to now.
Ashok, yesterday you have shown the DB connection, Ashok, like exactly where we need to connect in the backend. It was not
Yes,
running.
the DB data endpoint, discovery
Yes,
endpoint.
yes, Ashok.
Yes,
I didn't get that, Ashok. Like where exactly to do that? You said you'd be showing.
I'm not able to understand. Means what exactly you want to see?
In
Yesterday
DB
you
part,
were trying.
you wanted to show few connections to us. It did not happen. Ashwant is mentioning that, I guess.
No, I said if you want to connect to the database, if you want to connect to the database from the EC2 machine, we have to use that discovery service endpoint. Along with it, whatever the username or password you have given, with this you can connect it. Means if you are connected from the EC2 machine and you with this EC2 machine you want to connect to the database. You want to connect to the database means whatever the data has been stored in that EC2 machine, it has to go to the DB connections. Where suppose we have talked about this. Where is this GitHub? Here what we have talked. That is the backend, right? Okay. See, here in the class worker, they will be used a update. They will be using a database connections. See here. If you see, they use a static connection connect to DB. Okay. So here we will be providing what needs to be the connection, means the discovery end service point, the admin name and the username. The username and password we will be providing in the code, that the data which is coming to this server should be sending it to this DB. This is the way we will writing the code. This is the way we will be using if we want to connect, if we want to connect our instance to the DB. Our instance to the means whatever the data, whatever means your application, means in a single server your application is also hosted on that same server, the DB is also hosted. So how you want to do that? When you are running the service, when you are running the application on that application, in the code, we will be giving the details of this DB so that it connects to the database automatically. It connects to the database. For this, just be on. Wait a minute.
Ashok, okay.
Yes.
I have a doubt. While we run an application, just like we have a default VPC already created, will there be a default DB already created, Ashok?
No. VPC is created by automatically by AWS, because if you want, you can delete the default VPC also. It's up to you. The AWS account will have a default VPC because that is the first point you will be entering whatever you want to do. But in case of DB, it will not be. See, the DB is that you are creating a new thing. So you will not get a default EC2 mission. You are not getting a default load balancer. You are not getting a default RDS. You are not getting a default CloudWatch, right? You are not having any default things. Only the VPC will be default. If you want to use it, you can use it. In that, they will be having availability zones, the subnets are there, and the main route table. But if you want to use the database, we have to go for a new thing. We have to create our own thing. Let me know once you're able to see my screen. I will show you one thing. That's it.
Yes, it's visible, Ashok. Carry on.
I'm just showing you how the organic connections works out. Just to make sure. Seven days. What was the password I kept it? What was the password I kept for the acceptance? Just a minute. I just want to show you something so you get any idea on this. See, this is the root structure. If you see the root structure, see here, if you seeing this, are you seeing this details? See, these are all the details we are connecting. We are connecting this server to the database. This is the way we use. This is in this driver, the same way the discovery endpoint, the service endpoint will be using this. This will be the username. This will be the password, and the connection string. It's up to Oracle. You just don't have to worry about this. So this is the way we connect. We connect this application which is hosted on this server. The server. This is a server. This is acceptance means this is a QA server for my client machine. So this is the way I actually look. I actually see how exactly the application which is running on this machine is connected to the DB. Whatever I am saying, whatever I am saving here, whatever I am saving in this application, this is the server. The application is hosted on this server, and I am connecting to this the database directly. This is the way we do it. I'm just showing you on a project details. I'm just showing you how the project works on. You got the idea?
Yes, sir, sure.
Hello.
Yes, Ashok.
It's okay.
Did you got it? So this is
Yes,
the
yes.
way. This is the way we actually connect it. That doesn't mean that you directly go and from the SSH you want to run it. You can't SSH into the machine. You can't SSH into RDS at all. The only thing is that you can connect it from here, where whatever you are going to do, it will be saving it. So here they have used to the DB directly. They have kept it like this. They have mentioned what exactly. See, they are creating the tables. You don't have to go inside because this is totally for the developers. But I'm just saying we need to understand what exactly we are connecting to. So this is the connection they are connecting to the DB. So this is the way we need to understand. It doesn't mean that we are saying it. Okay, it is going to have that fun. It is going to check it out. Let me see. Is there is project.json? See here. See. They are using OpenDB connection. What is the server name? DB username, password name. They are handling it. The details which you are getting from the DB connection. They are just using it here. So this is the way. This is the way you actually run it. You actually kept it. See, they are opening the DB connection. This is actually totally coding side. I don't want you to go and take your head. Just mentioning how exactly we will use it. Okay, guys, are you able to understand?
Yes, sir, sure. Got it.
So now, where were we? Yeah, the monitoring part. Now, guys, understand one thing. So we are monitoring the things, we are doing it, everything. So you can't sit in front of the system 24/7, right? Suppose I have created a EC2 machine. I have created EC2 machine. I can't monitor this EC2 machine 24/7, right? I can't do that, right? Because see, suppose I kept that the CPU utilization of this EC2 instance, it goes more than 50%. How will I know that the machine got 50%? Means you can't sit in front of the machine for the whole day, 24/7. Means all days you will not be sitting in front of the machine monitoring. Okay, how much the monitoring is, how much the monitoring. Will you do that? Is it possible manually?
Not possible, Ashok. Definitely not possible.
So that is the reason we need to have, what we need to have, we need to have alerts. What exactly the alert is means, sometimes means, suppose, see, there is no chance that every time the CPU goes 50% above. There is no chance. There is no chance that it may go down less than 50%. We don't know that, right? If it goes, it should alarm us. It should alert us that, okay, boss, your CPU is more than 50%. Please check it out. What is happening? So it should alarm us. Other than that, if not, then no, fine. We don't have to bother about this EC2 machine. It will be doing its work. We will be working on our side. So how exactly we do that? How exactly we do that? There comes the picture of CloudWatch. There comes a picture of CloudWatch. The alerting means the alarms comes into the picture. The alarms comes into the picture. What exactly the alarms are? See, the alarms are based on the matrices. What exactly? So guys, remember metrics. Metrics is a term, means it is the one. Here, I think I have given the definition. So let me here. Metrics. Sometime, if people may ask you in the interview, what exactly the metrics in CloudWatch? Understand the difference? Metrics in CloudWatch, the metrics in or not in the open source, they may ask what is the difference of metrics, what is mean by metrics in CloudWatch. So it actually collects, means it actually collects the values, the properties, whatever you are going to it, and it is storing your data, means whatever you are recording, how exactly it is storing. They stored in a TSDB, time series database. What exactly this time series database is, means suppose if you are using an open source and you are alerting the matrices, means whatever you are using the matrices, we will provision our own database, our own DBs. But in CloudWatch, it will be having TSDB. What exactly this TSDB is? Suppose you are monitoring an EC2 machine. As I've created an EC2 machine or not? Okay, let's go to CloudWatch. I will show you there. So here, go to matrices, all metrics. Now see guys, these are all the metrics. Means whatever the data you are, whatever the instances you are creating, whatever you are doing on AWS. So these are what exactly this. There are two types of matrices. One is custom, another one is AWS. Custom is the one which we create for ourselves, AWS defaults gives all the other default name matrices. What exactly? If you go to EC2, for EC2, it will be having EC2 matrices by auto scaling group, by AMI image ID, per instance, means per every instance matrices. And if you go back, and for RDS, it will be having a separate RDS matrices. And if you go back, you will go to elastic load balancer, ELB. Where is it? Here you will be having different kind of matrices. These are all the matrices, means by default, based on the each service which the AWS is giving, it will be showing you all these matrices. We will be having, see, in EC2 we can't use the RAM, right? So we will be creating our custom namespace here. We will be using our custom namespace that I will discuss tomorrow. The custom namespace where you will be having this one. See, this ECS is a custom namespace. These are all cluster, because for ECS we will not be getting the cluster name, what exactly it is working out. These are all the things for the custom. But so if you remember, I have created the demo and everything. So for all this will be present here. Means why exactly all these are present? Even it shows the ones which are already terminated. It also shows which are all already terminated. In EC2, if you go, per instance, how many matrices are there? How many matrices we calculate? Per instance, how many matrices we actually check? By default, AWS gives you how many matrices to monitor?
Two metrics. Ashok, two metrics. One is for network check and one is for instance running check.
Guys, think clearly, understand the question. How many matrices the AWS gives you when you monitor the EC2 machine?
Basic monitoring and detailed monitoring. Two.
Yes, okay. Basic monitoring and detailed monitoring. Guys, these are all called matrices. The one which I have
12,
said,
12, Ashok, 12, sorry.
these are all called matrices. I didn't ask what is the monitoring. Is this basic monitoring and detailed monitoring? I asked how many matrices the AWS gives you.
12 for EC2 and DB it is 14.
See, now these are all the matrices, means for all the machines which I have created, for all the matrices which I have created, it will be into 12. If I am having 10 missions into 12, 120, I have whatever have been terminated, those are also comes here. So these is AWS. This is the AWS gives the matrices which you want to check, which you want to see. Now suppose I want to see about the CPU utilization. So let's do one thing. These are all the matrices which the CPU utilization is there. Let me specify a name so that I can get what exactly this one is. So TBD, I have mentioned it, right? Okay,
Yeah.
where is it? Okay, I have to launch this one, otherwise it will not show me anything. Just a minute, guys. I'll do a quick recap after this so that. Now let's go to CloudWatch. Here it is. See, for the instance which we are having, if you want to check about the CPU utilization, now I want to create what exactly the CPU utilization. The CPU utilization, okay, go to graph metrics. In this one, go to graph metrics. Now see guys, now I need the CPU utilization. Now in my system, in my EC2 machine, I'm gonna use a matrix, the CPU utilization. What exactly? I want a alert. I want a alert means I want to create an alarm. This is the alarm. I want to create an alarm when my CPU utilization is more than 50%. How you gonna do it? In the CloudWatch, go to matrices, open the all matrices. I'm saying it again, guys. Look clearly. Go to matrices. In matrices, all metrics, and in all metrics, go to browse, and here it will be having two type of namespaces. One is for the custom, another one is AWS. Now we are talking about EC2, so we go inside of the EC2 and per instance metrics. We are talking about the auto scaling. We will be using the auto scaling one. If it is my image by image one, we want to have instance metrics, so we will go into the instance metrics, and from there we will be checking about the CPU utilization. I want alert for the CPU utilization. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to search with the CPU utilization. I'm going to search with the CPU utilization. Then the instance which you want to have, just click on that. And from there, go to graph metrics. Then you will be having the CPU, the instance which you want to create. Now see here, there is a bell button. This one creates the alarm. Click on that. Now see guys, this is the CPU utilization. Now by default, the monitoring period is how many minutes? By default, what will be the monitoring period? The CloudWatch gives free monitoring for how many minutes?
5 minutes.
Every 5 minutes. So it automatically took 5 minutes. Now the conditions. Now static. Now greater means if my CPU is 50% greater or equal to greater than or equal to 50%, get me an alert in greater than or equal to. Now there is already lower or lower equal to. For which matrices we will be using these things? You
For
tell me.
100% utilization. Or
That
like
comes under greater only, right? If your CPU utilization is one matrix is coming is 100%, it always comes in the greater, right? If it is 100%, we will always think about the alarm, we'll be setting the alarm in the greater, right? Why will we keep it on the lower?
To lower than equal to, we will define the value when it is that.
Why we will do that? Guys, if you use the CPU, do you guys know how exactly the CPU process works? Do you guys know this? Do you guys know this? See, this is my CPU percentage. It normally doesn't cross 70 or 80. It normally doesn't cross. Why would I keep a lower value? Because it is not going to go more than 70 or 80. Why would I keep it in a lower value?
To run the performance.
Are you guys able to
use the
understand the
CPU for
question
the
correctly?
fullest, Ashok. To use the
Sorry?
CPU, to make use of the CPU to its fullest, will not keep it to lower or equal.
No, guys, I didn't say about CPU. I've said which matrices we will be using for the lower equal to lower. I didn't say that we will be using CPU for the lower. I didn't mention that. Remember, CPU will always be used for greater equal to. We will never go for lower, not even any case. Because the CPU will always be running. Because if your machine is already running 100%, there is no point of keeping the alert, right?
Is it for the credit count, Ashok?
Yes, that's one of the very good answer. We will use lower equal to for the credit, and if you have seen this task manager, you will be able to tell me the answer. There is one thing which we can use for the lower.
Disk.
Yes. If your disk size is less than, suppose you have kept for 500 GB, and if your disk size is less than 100 GB, give me an alert. One of the biggest questions, guys, these things will ask you if you say about the monitoring comes into the picture. They will be asking why these two matrices are there and what is the need of it. The credit, if I am having a 500 credits and if my credits come under 500, give me an alert. Give me an alert. If my disk size is 100 GB and if it comes under 90 GB, give me an alert. This is the way we use these conditions. The greater than or equal to use for CPU utilizations and many things. CPU, what exactly? If my CPU is more than 50%, give me an alert. If it is not, okay, that's fine. Now here I have a mission, right? So I can't keep it for 50 because we will not be able to. Let me give 0. 0 is not a good value. I would always say don't give 0. I'm just for the training purpose, for the educational purpose, I'm doing it for you to get you alarm. Now guys, I will explain these things. Do you know what is SNS?
No, Ashok. I don't know. Ashok?
So
Your voice is not audible, Ashok.
Do you know what is SNS?
No, Ashok.
no. So
See, simple notification service. Guys, we are saying about the alert. How the alert will come? If you have this SNS, then you are going to get the alert. For that, what we are going to see, we will create a new topic. What will be the topic name? You can mention anything. Demo. The notification to whom it should receive. The whom it should receive. Right now, I will give my mail ID. My mail ID. Create the topic. Now, it will automatically send you a notification. The mail notification should be coming here. Okay, click on next. The alarm name is demo. I'm just creating demo. Next. Now create the alarm. Now wait for time. Now here the subscription. See here, subscription is pending. The subscription is pending. View the subscription. What exactly this subscription is? What exactly this subscription is? Means before I think it went to spam. I think yeah, here I think it came to spam. See, before you are means the AWS is asking whether I am means you are accepting my subscription to send messages from my CloudWatch to you, whether I should be, whether you should be able to access this. If I confirm this subscription, then only I get the messages. Then only I get the messages. If I'm not, then it will not send me anything. I'm saying it again, guys. If I'm accepting the notification, the first subscription, if I'm accepting the subscription, then only it will send me the messages. Otherwise, it will not send me any messages. Do you guys understood, or do you want me to repeat again?
Ashok, it is
Feel
like
free to tell me. If you don't, I will do it again.
no, got it, Ashok. We need to, after creating an alarm, we need to accept the SNS subscription for
No,
getting the.
when you create that subscription, right, at that time only it comes out. Just give me one thing. We'll do one thing. Okay, now it goes to inbox. See, guys, I'm getting the mail from the already from the alarm. Why? It is showing me that the threshold crossed 1, means it was greater than 0. I already got the alarm. See, this is the alarm name demo. See, read this. You are receiving this email because your CloudWatch alarm demo has entered the alarm state. If you go to the alarm, see, it will be showing in alarm. Let me do again. I am gonna do it again for you guys to understand. I'm deleting
Ashok,
it.
only this mailing process is there, Ashok.
Sorry.
Only the mailing process in alarm it works out, Ashok. Is there any other way to run the alarm process?
Other way means which way you
Like
want?
in the tab itself, Ashok, in AWS account itself. Like
No,
if
you can't
open
get
the
that, right? See, just remember, in every organization, they uses their default mails, right? Everything will be on the mailing, right? Why they will check it on the tab AWS account? Guys, why you will be logging into the AWS account and will be waiting for it, whether the alarm is coming or not, whether the alarm is coming or no, right? You will always be having, see, in your phone, you are having a Gmail account, right? You will be having your mail account, which has been kept. Okay, in your phone, there is mail app. So automatically, if you configure your mail ID, automatically it will come to your mail. You don't have to sit on the AWS account, right? You don't have to open into your AWS account and sit whether the alarm is coming or not in that CloudWatch. That is the reason they mentioned, this alarm on top. They create this alarm. Why they create this? Because they give you all the things which you needed at this time. Suppose here is it. I just want to delete the subscription so that I can do it again. Okay, let me do one thing. I will use your mail IDs. Okay, this time you accept it and let me know. You will get the alarm. So now you tell me, guys, what we have discussed. Tell me how to go.
CloudWatch metric.
Tell me how to create the alarm, which we have just now. You tell me. I will guide you. If you are following it wrong. So first, way to check the matrices first and how to create the alarm.
matrices and all matrices.
All metrics.
And here like CPU EC2.
Guys, remember, if you are working for the EC2, you will go into the EC2. If it is RDS, you will go into the RDS.
RDS.
If it is a load balancer, we will go into the application area. This is each one service, it will be having separate matrices. Okay,
Yes, Ashok.
remember this. Okay, EC2.
Across all instances, Ashok.
Instance matrix.
Per instance metrics,
Per
we want the CPU utilization, right? We want the CPU utilization.
For instance.
Now we are going inside. Now we need to get CPU utilization. The metrics is CPU utilization. We wanted about CPU utilization. Just take this one and search the metric with the metric name, search it. So it will give you all the instances which were deleted, also terminated, and the one which is running. So this is the one. Select it and go to the graph metric. See here, the point C. This is 920. This is 925. The alarm is running. 930, 935. It is running. Now, if I go to the graph metrics, now tell me from here.
And by clicking
There
on
is
the
a
alarm
alarm symbol.
symbol.
So see the namespace, AWS EC2. AWS EC2. The metric name CPU utilization, the instance ID, the instance name. The static will be average. See, here you can change to 1 minute, 30 seconds, 10 seconds. If it is detailed monitoring, we will go for 1 minute or less than that. But if it is not, it's a basic, so we will going for 5 minutes. Static. Now, what should be the value? Greater than, less than, or equal to?
Greater than or equal
Greater
to.
than or equal to.
It can be anything.
You can use anything, but I'm going to use greater than, because I need to show you the mail, right? So next. So in alarm, okay, insufficient data, I will explain you. Now I'm going to create a new topic. You can use an existing topic if you are already having it. If you don't, you can create a new topic. What is the topic name? Demo. Now tell me your mail IDs.
PUNEETH Puneet.Kumar Kumar 984 @gmail. 984. That's it, not 9840.
984.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Ashwant?
YESH.
Okay.
WANTH.
Okay.
SAISI.
Okay.
85@gmail.com.
Yes.
We can connect to many accounts, Ashok, here.
Yeah, you can add. That is the reason we are having how many things you want. You can, otherwise you can create a group. In group, you can add all the mail IDs and you can provide the DL here.
Okay.
You know what is DL, right?
DL, Ashok.
Okay.
DL or DL?
See, guys, if you see here, my all Indian employees, my all India employees, my all employees who are in India, will be added as a DL. Distribution list. This is the bill. This will have all the members who are employees of India, who are all employees of India location. So like this, you can just add this DL directly in the CloudWatch here. So that suppose if you are in your DevOps team is there, you want the alarm to go only for your DevOps team, you can mention that team, the team details here, like we have mentioned it here. You guys understood what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So this is DL, means a group of people who has been in the same project, or maybe in the same organization, or maybe in the same location, or maybe in the same project and having a separate team. DevOps team, development team, QA team. So they will be having like DLs. So that will be used here. But here we are having not. So I'm just mentioning the Gmail. You can add as many people as not. If I create topic, just create topic, you will be getting the SNS message. See, check it out and let me know. Check it out and tell me.
Checking.
It will be in spam, Ashok.
It may come in spam or it may come in directly to inbox only.
Yes, Ashok. We have got the mail.
Got it. In spam only it is now.
Now you have to accept. Now you have to accept. Otherwise, it will not allow me. Otherwise, you will not get being the alerts. You have to subscribe. Then only you will be getting the mails. Now,
Yes, Ashok.
Confirm.
Yes, Ashok. Got it.
alarm name I'm giving testing for EC2. Now, if I click on next, see here the alarm is going up. So I think you may get the notification create alarm. Now, when we create alarm, the first time it will be in insufficient data. The starting state. Why it is insufficient data means it is collecting the data. So that's the reason the first state will always be insufficient data. The first state will always be insufficient data. Now, let me do one thing. Let me install something so that it gives you the alerts. This will take 1 or 2 minutes just because it will be taking all the past data of your EC2 machine of the CPU utilization, and it will create the data. And if the CPU is more than what you have mentioned, the threshold value, it will throw the alarm. Now I think you should have got a mail.
Yes, Ashok, got.
See, in alarm means
Yes, Ashok.
the alarm says sent to you means the alert has been sent to you. It means saying that your CPU value is more than the threshold, the value which you have mentioned. The alarm, it has been crossing that threshold value. It has been crossing the zero value. That's the reason it is in alarm means until unless you come and fix this alarm will be showing this state in alarm. What it will be in alarm.
Will
Understood?
this be costable, Ashok?
For timing, it is not. For the 5 minutes for the CloudWatch, it is free. You don't have to. No, if I keep the threshold value to 10. Now if I update this alarm. Now go back to all alarms. I just now see. Okay, means the value, means the CPU, means the alarm which you have kept is under the threshold, See, it is on 10%. I kept it for 10%. Now mine is working at 3.6. So it is under the threshold value. So there is no need. There is no need. We are going to send you alarm. If it is more than this 10%, I am gonna send you an alert. Say I'm gonna send you alarm that it is in alarm. It is in alarm. Have you guys able to understand what we have done just now?
Yes, Ashok.
Yes, Ashok.
Now guys, let me do one thing. Guys, tell me one thing. Every time when you are getting an alarm, you can't go every time and do something. Suppose, understand that there is a, you kept an alarm for the status check. Suddenly, the status check got failed. So what we are going to do? We will log in. What we are going to do? We will log in and restart our EC2 machine, right?
Yes, Ashok.
Right.
Yes,
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 yes.
Ashok.
We will restart our EC2 machine. Suppose if your CPU is more than 70%, means your auto scaling group means the CPU is more than, means suppose there are 5 instances. For 5 instances, I need the load to be balanced, so that what I will do, I will increase one more instance. This number of EC2 instances. I mean, suppose I am having 5, I will make them to 6. Because they are auto scaling, right? Obviously, automatically I am going to increase from 5 to 6. Suppose your EC2 is unhealthy. Your EC2 is unhealthy. What you are going to do? You're going to terminate the EC2 so that it will create a new EC2 machine. It will create a new EC2 machine because auto scaling group. What it will do? Now tell me, guys, on the status check, on the system level, every time when you are seeing this alert, every time when you are seeing this alert, automatically you have to log in and you have to restart the EC2 machine.
Yes.
And when your CPU is more than 70%, every time you have to log in to your AWS account and you have to increase the number of EC2 machines. And if your EC2 is unhealthy, you have to log in and you have to terminate. There are some common problems, and we have the common problems for the we have standard solutions. We have standard solutions. What are all the standard solutions? Now let's see. Suppose if you go to CloudWatch, okay, now in actions, edit alarm. Now guys, here I'm saying that my CPU is greater than 70%, means my status check has been failed. First talk about the status check. The system got failed. The system got failed. Just a minute. See guys, there is an auto scaling option. What is this? If your alarm, if you're saying that, oh, okay, first we'll talk about status check, right? Let's go to status check first. If you are seeing that my status check has failed and it is showing an alarm, I don't have to log in. I just want to reboot that instance. That's it. this, if I add this instance, automatically if this alarm comes, if this alarm state triggers, automatically it will reboot that EC2 machine. Automatically it will reboot that EC2 machine. Suppose my EC2 is unhealthy, what I'm going to do, I'm going to terminate that instance. These are all the common problem. I don't have a auto scaling group, so sorry for that. So if I have auto scaling, I would be having that action. So the same way, these are all the, for the common problems, we have standard solutions. Suppose your CPU is more than 70%. I need to have one more instance. You can keep it here in the EC2 auto scaling group. Based on the group, you can mention the auto scaling action. What exactly the action to be done? It will take care. Suppose my system status check has been failed. I need that EC to be rebooted. So I will just reboot that instance. Suppose I'm seeing my EC2 is in unhealthy state. It is not working out. I want that to be terminated. I can do this. I can stop this. This is the way for the common problems. We can have standard solutions.
Ashok, there is another option there in the bottom. Add EC2 action. We can customize action also, Ashok.
No, this is the one only. If you add it, it will take it.
Okay.
This is the one. It is just showing. If I add this one, see, if I add this one, it will just add it. Now this has been added. Now another thing will come. That is the only difference. It's just that you have been giving it. If you want to have multiple options, you can give. You are taking it. That's it. Now, guys, I'm saying it very important thing. Remember it very carefully. You can't have these problems. You can't have these things. Means you can't have these things for the RDS and load balancers. I'm saying it again. You can't have these standardized solutions for RDS and load balancer. This is only possible for EC2. I'm saying it again. This is only possible for EC2. You can't have for RDS and load balancers. Why? I mention you. In RDS, if you say that it is in alarm, you can't stop the instance, you can't terminate the instance, you can't reboot them because that is a database. You can't do that. Because that is a database. We can't do that at all. Because if you do that, total data will be corrupted, or maybe something happens, the total application is gone. Total application data is gone. We can't never do that. Load balancers we will not be having at all. Suppose if you want, see, go for the alarms, and I don't think I have RDS because it asks us me to have any RDS machine for it. uh, let's see. I just want to show you that one. So I'm just mentioning, don't take it. See, guys, are you seeing the option? Are you seeing the option for RDS?
No,
Yes, yes, Ashok. Not each on RDS.
no, there is no option.
This
For
action is
EC2.
only available for EC2
EC2.
metrics because you can't get that option. You can't get that option. I am saying it again. We will only able to do this. We will only able to do this for the EC2 instances, not for the RDS and load balancers. Now you guys tell me. I have mentioned you in alarm and okay. What may be the cases the insufficient data is possible? What may be the cases you will be having insufficient data alarms? what are the possibilities you will be having insufficient data alarms?
Disk
What are all
storage
the,
full, maybe. Storage full, something like that, Ashok.
see, these are the states, right?
Yes.
These are all the states. In alarm means it is that whatever the limit you have given means it is more than that limit. So it is showing the in alarm. Okay means the value which you have given is under the threshold. Means if you are saying 50, the CPU is under the 50%
Data
only.
is unavailable.
Insufficient data means what exactly this means? What are all the cases you are going to get insufficient? The first state when you first create the alarm, it will be insufficient data. But there may be the cases you may get insufficient data. What may be the cases? Think and tell
Uh,
me.
Refresh the cache.
Like
What?
the data would not be enough for that. Whatever we have provided, like security groups and other thing.
Why you are getting a security group here?
Delete replicas.
Replic.
Use the logic, guys. Understand the logic and tell me.
Clear cache.
Why you are clear? Why you want to clear the cache? I don't understand. No,
The name itself indicates the data. That means we are not given the data, not sufficient data for the application.
So what are the cases you will getting the insufficient data? Means what are all the cases? I said in the starting phase it will be insufficient, but there are cases where you get insufficient data. What are all the cases? Come on, guys. Use a little logic. Understand. Come on. Think about it.
Okay, is that metrics?
What exactly the metrics? Means,
Disk
guys,
storage.
everything will come on metrics only, right? These are all states. These are all states. It explains what exactly the alarm is on. These are all states. These are all not matrices. The alarm which we are creating is on metrics. Okay, I will give you example. I will give you example. After that, you have to tell me another one. Now, guys, see here. I am changing the value to 1 minute. Okay, I'm changing the value to 1 minute. But is it a detailed monitoring?
No.
But it is not detailed monitoring, but the cloud watch will give you the alarm for every 5 minutes, right? Here, this is the detailed monitoring. This is not detailed, this is basic monitoring. But I want the alarm for every 1 minute. I want the alarm for every 1 minute. But this is a basic monitoring. The cloud watch will consider it for 5 minutes. Will consider it for 5 minutes. So obviously this will go into insufficient data because I am creating the alarm for 1 minute, but the cloud watch is monitoring for every 5 minutes. So obviously it will consider that okay, there is a misconception, so it always going to insufficient data. Now see. See guys, now you understood what exactly I have did, what exactly I am doing, what exactly I'm doing. I have created the alarm for 1 minute, But the CloudWatch is doing it for 5 minutes. The CloudWatch, because this is a basic monitoring. So obviously it will not be able to get the data. It will not be able to get the data. This is one of the case. What are the other cases? This is one of the case. Did you guys understood what I have done
Yes, Ashok.
exactly?
Yes, Ashok.
So what may be the other case? What may be the other cases? Just give me another example. You will be able to get it. Suppose I have created this alarm. I've created this alarm and I've deleted this instance.
Yes.
Right? I have
Yes,
created this alarm, but I've deleted this instance.
yes, yes.
So obviously it will go into insufficient, right? Because there is no instance with this name at all, but the alarm is present. So obviously this will also go into a insufficient data. This will also go into the insufficient data. Have you guys able to understand whatever we have discussed up to now?
Yes, Ashok. Yes. Yes.
As I mentioned, as there are common problems, we are have standard solutions for EC2, but this common standard solutions will not work for RDS and load balancers. Guys, remember this is a very good topic about the CloudWatch alarms. Very good topic. If you someone say that you know monitoring, they will be asking you questions. What is lower value? How we are going to use it? What is the greater than? What are all the cases you may get in the insufficient data? If it is an alarm, what does it mean? What is the OK state? What exactly and how many namespaces are there for alarms? Means whether what if you want to do. This is a very good topic. Do you guys understand? Do you want me to repeat once again?
No, Ashok. No. Understood, Ashok.
Got it, Ashok.
Got it, Ashok.
Now, let me do one thing. I have application. I have application which is in IST zone. Okay. Now this is a CPU utilization. This is a CPU utilization where every day I've kept the alarm at 70%. Okay. I'm just giving you an example. I have kept the alarm at 70%. So in the daytime, this is the based on the map. It is considered that every day at 12 a.m. in the night, my CPU utilization is less. My CPU utilization is very less. But in the daytime, it crosses above 50, 55. But I kept the alarm for 70. Okay. Now, guys, you tell me if there is a chance in the night time, if my CPU utilization at 12 a.m. crosses 30%, it will be alarming situation, right? Because based on my past experience, this map has been given. But now, based on the behavior which I'm seeing, the daytime it is crossing 55%, but it is not crossing 70%. And in the night time, it is around 10%. But if it crosses 30% in the night, if it crosses 30% in the night, that is an alarm situation, right? Because it's a night time. Why my application is having 30% CPU utilization? Why my application is having CPU utilization is 30%? How can I analyze this behavior? How can I analyze this behavior? How can I will be able to create an alarm based on this funda? Because in the morning time, that's fine. It is going more than 55%. I have kept alarm for 70%. But in the night time, if it is 30%, means something is going happening. Means someone is trying to access my application. Someone is taking something. Means there is a brute force attack. There is some attack is going on. Or maybe something is happening. Maybe some users are trying to access. So at that time, what we need to do based on this behavior, how you gonna create the alarm? How you gonna create the alarm? There comes the CloudWatch gives you a very good one called animal detection. What? I'm repeat again, animal detection. What exactly is this? This behavior which we have seen, this behavior which we are seeing will be calculated by ML algorithms. The AWS calculate this behavior. Based on the behavior using ML algorithms, you can set alarm. Based on the ML algorithms, you can set alarm based on this behavior which is done by ML algorithms. How? Let me see. Go to all matrices. See, before alarm, there is a one, this one. See, this is enables anomaly detection. If you click on this, you will not be able to get this because there is not that much data. Let me do one thing. Just come on. Okay, just give me a minute. Actually, the thing is that it's a very new EC2 mission, right? So it's not taking it. How exactly it looks like is that I just want to show you the image like this. See, it will create this brand, the gray area which we are seeing. This is the pattern behavior. In this pattern behavior, it will be calculating. Means, suppose if we go here, this will be consideration. This will be based on this point. Means at that time here it should be between 3.56. Here it will be 3 point, means it is on the expectations value. So here it will be the CPU utilization, see, expected. So it will be considering the value, means how much it should be based on the past data, based on the past behavior. It will be saying at this time 944 from the past 1 week or from the past 1 month or 1 year, the value should be based on this average. It will be giving you a value. Based on that value, we will be creating the anomaly detection alarm. If it is outside the band, what exactly this band is? If it is a band 1 2, means it's a very thin number, strict band. Means if you are less the number, it means a strict band, means it should be in between 1 to 2. Means if you are getting the graph here, the graph is between 1 to 2. If the band is more, if the band is greater than, means if you are keeping it as 10, then it will be going from 1 to 10, means the value which you are giving is under 10. The lesser the band value, the strict will be the alarm. The more the band value, that much loose will be the alarm. This is actually a band which we create on anomaly detection. The same thing goes for the same, lower than the band, greater than the band, everything. And again, next, same thing. If you want to do it, if you want to work it out, the same thing goes on again in the IDC2 action and update it. This is actually can be done if you have a EC2 machine which is running very long. Like this, it will be done. This is the gray area where if you are seeing, maybe I think the YouTube video will be there.
So will it anomaly detection will also be the same like the alarm notification? We'll receive it through mail only, sure.
Sorry?
It will also like being sent through mail only, just like an alarm.
Yes, everything. It's the same thing, right? I'm showing it here also. I've mentioned alarm. What exactly the alarm name is?
Anomaly detection.
I'm not keeping the static value. I have just changed to anomaly detection. See, the same thing. Next, insufficient data. If it is insufficient data, select an existing copy, demo 1.
Ashok, in that case, who will check the mail when they are sleeping, Ashok? In the night time, who will check the mail?
Who will check the mail means, see.
How will we come to know the attack, brute force attack?
Guys, being a DevOps engineer, there will be shifts.
Okay.
Some people will be working from 8 to 5. Some people will be working from 5 to 2. Some people will be working from the night 10 to 5. So that way it works out, 10 to 6. So there will be 3 shifts normally in IT life, where with a DevOps engineer, you will be starting. If you are working on the production support, the production people will be looking the infrastructure, where the shifts normally starts 8 to 5. And there are 4 things, 8 to 5. And some may start like 2 to 10, afternoon 2 to evening night 10, and the other will be from 10 to morning 6. There, this is for one company. I'm saying there is one more chance. There will be 8 to 5 1%, 5 to 2 1%, and 12 to 7 1%. So this will be shifts. So obviously, if person who is in the 5 to 2 or maybe 12 to 7, these guys will be looking, because if you are adding the group, then automatically these guys will be checking at that time. That's the way it works out. It doesn't mean you are sleeping. Means, see, for us it's night, but in US it is a morning, right?
Yes.
It is it will be like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So they will be there. Those guys needed it.
Got it, Ashok. It was a stupid question. Sorry.
No, it's not, because you don't know that the point. That's fine, but you are understanding. I will ask you guys, go through a YouTube video, animal detection, in CloudWatch. Means they will be showing you the, means I don't have the data. You have to have the data. I would have shown you. Actually, which one? Just wait a minute. I will tell you which one to check it out. Actually, I just want to show you the graph, how exactly it looks out, because you may get it. Yeah, here I think. Oh, this is a billing. I will send you the video link. No worries. I will just check it out. I will send you the video link, which you need to check it out and see how exactly this works out. So now, have you guys understood whatever we have discussed today? Whatever we have discussed, have you guys understood?
Yes, Ashok. Yes.
Sure.
Sure, Ashok.
Okay. If you guys have understood, let me give you something then. Create EC2 machine and RDS. Create alarm. Create alarm. What should be alarm? Try triggering the a SNS notification in case of RDS. Means keep whatever you want to do, means create a DB, create a database, RDS, and keep the some CPU utilization. Keep it as 0 or maybe something just for the to get the alarm. So in case of RDS, now the same thing. Create an alarm where you once if your CPU goes more than 0%, you should be stopping the EC2 machine. Stopping the EC2 machine. Why I'm saying stopping? Because reboot, if you have rebooted the machine, automatically, if you go back and see in the terminal at that time, automatically it would have been restarted. So I'm asking you to stop the EC2 machine. So try these two things. Try these two things. Try these two things and let me know. And try these two things and try it out.
Ashok, creating an alarm for RDS, that means the database is not possible, right, Ashok?
Why not? See, you are just keeping the alarm to 0%, right?
Okay, we'll try it, Ashok.
You're keeping the alarm at 0%, right? So obviously, if you are just trying to hit that RD, trying to hit that database from somewhere, you can get it, right? You okay? This will be very good thing for you also. Google it. How to connect to database? How to connect to RDS DB in EC2 instance? Do that. You will be having a video. Connect with that and start trying some queries. Give some queries. So automatically the CPU usage goes from more than 0%. So automatically you get the notification. This will also be one good exercise for you guys. So do that. I'm just deleting it, everything, so that cancel, delete the alarm, because have you guys understood what I have said?
Yes, Ashok. Yes.
Yes, Ashok.
So try it. I would say create a machine and also RDS, and from Google it how to connect to RDS from EC2 machine. You will obviously get hundreds of videos. Try one video, see how they are connecting it. If you have the MySQL or maybe whatever the DB you're creating, if you have gone through the the Excel which we have talked in the starting phase, I think the WordPress or somewhere, I think this is the ones where we have connected to the MySQL and we have created some tables, if you remember it. So for that also you will be able to use it. So try to do that, and if you run some queries, automatically the CPU utilization goes more than 0% or maybe 1%, 2%. So automatically you get the notification. And once you are done, create another alarm where stopping that EC2 machine, if the CPU usage goes more than 0%. So once it is stopped, terminate that EC2 machine, and after terminate the RDS also. Try this. This will be a very good work in case if you work it out, because this will help you. This will help you with very good things. And guys, as I mentioned, the CloudWatch uses timestamp DB database. What exactly this timestamp DB database is? If you have seen the alarm, where is this? If you have seen the alarm, it will take this. It will take the point of 920 and also the CPU utilization mark. It will store the point, means the TSDB is time audited database, means it will store the value, means the CPU utilization along with the timestamp. Means here, are you seeing at 9:25, the CPU utilization was 3.56. This way it will store the value, that is called timestamp DB, TSDB. This is the benefit of CloudWatch. No other monitoring tool will not give these things. Like Prometheus and Grafana, they uses the Postgres and SQL database, but here this will be using TSDB. TSDB, timestamp DB, means on 02/07/9/24, the CPU utilization was 3.56. It will store along with the data points. That is called TSDB. I think I have missed it, so that's the reason I'm again pronouncing it and telling you. Have you guys understood? This is the band value, anomaly detection. Here you can change to 1 to 10. As I said, lesser the value, that much bandwidth you will get. We don't have the graph right now. Normally we would have got the gray value where we will be seeing it. So I will mention the video. Have you guys understood whatever we have discussed up to now?
Yes, sir, sure. Yes. Creating alarm. We have two tasks, watching that anomaly detection and this one, right? Sir?
Yeah. This is, you can go through it. It's just a educational purpose. You can go through it. But try this, guys. This is a very good exercise. I'm saying it again. This would be a very good exercise if you work it out. But this is a very good thing. If you work it out, you will be understanding what exactly it works out, how exactly it works out. And you should be getting this notification also. Subscribe it, work it out, and look it out. Any questions, guys? Any questions, guys?
Definitely we'll have for tomorrow. We have a task to do.
You should be having this once you try these things. It's a very easy thing because you already the default methods all are there. You are just going there and you will be creating an alarm, and for RDS you will be just triggering a notification, but for EC2 you will be stopping that EC2. Any questions, guys?
No, sir. Not.
So I'm just asking one question. How exactly that anomaly detection works? On which algorithm?
Algorithm.
On which algorithm the anomaly detection works for the CloudWatch? ML algorithms.
Okay.
Remember this term.
ML stands for sure. ML stands for
machine learning.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
ML algorithms. If you want, you can search about the anomaly detection. So automatically it shows you, because this machine learning based on the behavior pattern from the past 1 year, 1 month, 1 week. So they will define a pattern. Like as I said, as I showed you here, I think I have removed it, where the graph of exactly it works. Based on the graph, it will create a gray value. It will create a gray value where based on that, it will define the pattern. Okay, this is the way how it works out. Okay, guys, any more questions you have? If you don't, guys, if you guys don't have any questions, we'll meet you tomorrow at the same time, 2:30.
Okay.
And I will be explaining further more things. And after that, I will go to Prometheus and we will close the monitoring and logging.
Okay, sir. No.
Okay, guys, any more questions?
No, sure. No, sure.
Okay, guys, see you tomorrow at the same time. Have a nice day. Stay safe. I will upload the video and the PPT. You can go through it. I will provide you the link in the WhatsApp. Okay.
Okay.
Sure.